Greetings and welcome to my dear Cancer friend. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Welcome to your reading. I did the reading already, but the audio did not record, so I'm a bit annoyed. But I'm going to do the best to clearly present to you the Great Mirror, which is here. The Great Mirror is designed to show the energy of you, someone else, and the mirror between you. And essentially what shows up here is essentially modes of karma. Okay, so this is for the good intention of healing. That is what my practice is. Tarot, the Twin Sun is here for that particularly. And your reading is all about healing. That's what I've found. There is a mode of action here that has to do with inaction. It has to do with stability and finding a way to find a very distant sort of approach to things, okay? Now, the object of affection is trying to make some form of communication to you. This is the bringing of truth, but there also is a flaccid quality to their sword. They intend to maintain a sense of isolation in order to find and build up the drive or the gusto to move forward towards you. Also, there is something of a challenge when it comes to them breaking out of a type of imprisonment, uh, self-imposed limitations that come from the energy of Saturn. Okay, as well as the inability to find communication, the inability to find a way to understand this. Even after going through modes of thought, it's very difficult for them to understand. It is probably because of a great deal of karmic resonance here that has to do with empty promises of love. You are not excluded from that either. I'm not saying that you are a liar when it comes to love, but there's something about this connection that deep down there is this urge to give to each other. But then there also is this sort of past that comes before you've encountered this person, of the experiences of healing that have or may have already sort of gone through its process of healing, and then trying to find rest, but then this person shows along, as do you, and then this thing occurs, okay? So in this respect, the connection you have is very incidental, but it also offers for you, if you have the temperance, if you have the patience to do such a thing, Jupiter can offer you a lot of blessings of abundance within this connection, okay? But for the time being, it's very difficult. There is a type of burnt out quality, especially on your end. And there's like an indecisive sort of an inability to totally start something new. But that's the trick, though. I mean, you have three aces here: the ace of rods, the ace of swords, and the ace of cups. The rods and the cups being in reverse. The cups here indicate, especially on their end, a great deal of love for you, but also an inability to express this in some sort of way. There's a very changeable quality, mutable quality to them. It's very Neptunian, and it's very deeply suppressed as well with you. There's the ultimate romancer, okay, the Knight of Cups on your end. And because of such, the Two of Cups show up secretly. And there's a type of love connection here that is very difficult to understand, for one thing, but also difficult to transmute without the proper passage of time into something that would heal for both of you. Because of such, you are choosing to move away from the connection, to work with the external world outside of this connection, to essentially work with the energy of Venus and the practicality of Taurus in order to find some sort of devotion, something you can be devoted to is yourself. At the same time, you have a secret urge to devote yourself to this person big time. Okay, there's a hidden fire and a need for revamping of that. Because of such, you haven't faced the music or faced the noise, so to speak. And it's not out of negligence. There is a deep commitment that you have, but also there is this rebellious streak that you are embracing now in order to understand the complexity of your own desire, okay? Which has somewhat left the connection for the time being. But at the same time, on the very deep level, both of you know that this could be executed in such a way. There's a lot of entrapment here. There's a feeling of limitation, and there's a need for Jupiter to fight Saturn's limitation here, the great teachers of the zodiac. So there are lessons here that has to do with the understanding of certain motivations of pride, especially pride, individuation through the house of five of Leo. There's a need for you to move on in a certain way, but you can't escape the passage and the snares of time and the eventuality that this connection will heal itself. And there is an urge on their end to at least make some form of communication. I am seeing that in the future there will be a possibility to shine light on this, or for this person to bring light into your domain. But I think at that point you might have some sort of intuitive hit to move on, but you won't be able to, at least for a time being, because of trying to understand the method and the practicality of you moving forward in the right ways when it comes to your manifestations in the material world. Okay, so you want to have proper footing. It's not that you would be stagnant, it's just that you're very careful. And I think also there might be something about secretly you doing yourself. I mean, doing you, and this would be very beneficial in order to show the other that in their stagnation, or in their own individuated path, that you would be a type of torchbearer for them, or a fire bringer, or someone who inspires them in a way, and also someone who is very beautiful and graceful in that respect. Someone who has self-respect becomes very respectful indeed, but also very attractive. And that is a very good thing to have in terms of your ability to control within limitation, within reason, the method of your practice when it comes to your own inner heart's desire to move forward. Okay, that is what I'm seeing. I'm sorry this could not be longer, but the cadence had to be delivered in order to deliver the message before it slipped away from me. In terms of advice, you must find rest and relaxation. There also is the processing of hidden fears that could lead to a new revelation. And if you're looking for the footing that would be proper for your springboard into the future, there will be that. But also there's something about the very structure of life around you that is changing and shifting, and you're learning some secret truths about these structures and how they may or may not fit your best intentions. Okay. Overall, there is a great lesson here of alchemy. And if you have the temperance, if you have the patience, there is something that will heal over time. Yes? Right. Thank you, my dear Cancer. It was Cancer for sure. Please take care now, and I do wish you the best. Bye.